Now that we know the concept of memory and memory address, let us relate this to the concept of pointer. That is the topic of this chapter. Pointer is simply another variable in C. Just like structure, just like array that we already learned, and also just like integer and double. However, there is a special reason for pointer to exist in this programming language is because instead of keeping a value of its own, a pointer keeps the address of another variable. When we say the value of a pointer, the value is actually address of another variable. It is like your address book. The content is not your own address. Perhaps you have your own address in your address book, but mainly the address book is to keep address of people other than you. Again, there comes declaration. Pointers also need to be declared. This is how we declare it. The name, as usual, must follow the rule of variable naming, but now it has to be preceded by an asterisk and then the data type to tell what kind of data that this pointer is going to point to. Example, we have a variable that we want to make it a pointer, aptrInt. We put asterisk at the beginning and then we say it is going to point to an integer. So aptrInt is a pointer to integer. Let's say we have declared an integer of type, of course, integer. We assign value of 74 and the system put this variable at address 150 like this. So at address 150, and int is keeping the value of 74. This is how we relate the concept of memory, memory address, and pointer. A pointer will have the value of 150 instead of 74. So next, how do we get this value 150? It's easy to read the value of 74 from an integer because we just assign value from it or assign value into the variable. It's easy, but how do we do it to a pointer? If we want another variable, which is a ptr integer just now, to point to an integer, what we do is we assign the address of, this is ampersand. Next slide, we will tell what is ampersand. Ampersand is the address of operator. So it is address of an integer assigned to this variable, aptrInt. So now this pointer, this one, is having the value of 150, which is this one. So that is how we extract the address of a variable. Next, let us look at more about the ampersand operator. The ampersand operator, also known as address of operator, is the operator we use to get the address of a variable. Example, we declare dd as double, ii as integer, we initialize it with 10. Then how to give an address to a pointer that can point to a double? The address of dd, we just assign with ampersand dd. And another pointer pointing to integer, to point to ii, we just put ampersand of ii assigned to the pointer. This is how we get the address of a variable and assign to a pointer. So just now, we have variable, we want to extract the address. Now, we want to do the opposite or reverse operation. We have the address, we want to know what is the value there. Or we want to go to that location or address and we want to put a new value. This is the reverse operation we call dereferencing. If we have a pointer that is pointing to a valid variable, we can get the value of the variable that it is pointing to by using the pointer instead of the variable itself. There are reasons why we want to access a variable without going through the variable itself. The reason may be we don't want to specify the exact variable name because we know the address only through some other operation. So this is called dereferencing or indirection. Just now, if referencing is done using ampersand operator, dereferencing is done using unary operator asterisk on the pointer. And not to be confused, this is not the binary operator multiplication. Multiplication also use asterisk, but it needs two operand, A multiplied by B, A and B, two operand. But the dereferencing operator is a unary, only one operand, that is the pointer. Example, we declare integer A, assign value with 10, then we give address of A to ptr or pointer. Then if we want to print the value inside A without using A, we put the pointer ptr and then we put the asterisk before it. This will say value at the location pointed by this pointer. Just now, ampersand is address of A. Asterisk in this case is the value at the location pointed by this pointer. So this statement will print 10. Just like if we put A here, it's the same thing. But if we don't put asterisk here, it will print the address that is kept in ptr, which is the address of A. Later we'll see what's the meaning. Just now what we did was reading a value from a known address, but not only reading the value of a variable, writing to a variable can also be done via dereferencing. Example, integer B assigned with 20, we give address of B to bptr. Then if we do star bptr assigned with 30, we are not giving 30 to the pointer, we are giving 30 to B. So B is now 30. This is actually identical to B assigned with 30. So again, there are reasons why people want to assign indirectly using pointer like this. There is actually a very close relationship between array and pointer. One of the close relationship between array and pointer is the fact that the name of an array variable is the address of the first element in the array. What does this mean? Let's say we have an array of integer of 10 elements. Any appearance or anytime we type an array without the square bracket in our code, this is equivalent to writing address of the first element or index 0 of an array. This has a significant meaning if we are using C string. But since for our scope we are using C++ string object, the meaning of this relationship between array and pointer might not be so obvious anymore for string. So it seems like referencing and dereferencing with pointer are making the flow of programs more confusing. So why do we have pointers to begin with? One of the biggest reasons for pointer to be introduced in C++ is to give more channel for function to give output. If you recall the definition of function, you can only give one return value from a function. But with pointer, you can have more output channel. A function, for example, cannot change the value of parameter given to it outside itself. A function can change the value of a parameter of the input given to it by giving value to the variable, but it won't change the actual value in the caller, let's say in the main function. It cannot change. But if the parameter or the input is a pointer, the function can dereference through that pointer to change the value of the parameter outside its body. In other programming languages, this is called pass by reference. This is the actual reason why scanf need to use ampersand, which actually by now you should know that it is the address of operator, so that scanf can change the variable that given to it, because scanf is reading from outside and it has to go to the address of the variable and give the value there. Without pointer, this cannot be done. For example, we are going to look at one function, diff, in the next slide. Wants to return the integer value of division of two integers and also the remainder. So in this case, the function diff wants to return two things, division and remainder. However, we can only have one return value, which means diff, according to its name, can only return the division value. The remainder, however, can be channeled out using a parameter that is passed as pointer or passed as reference. Without pointer, in C, C++, this cannot be done with a single function. For example, if we want to avoid using pointer, diff can only give division, and if we still want a remainder, we need another function to grab another return value. Let's say rem stands for remainder. This is the code. We have definition of diff here, two operand, dividend and divisor, and the third parameter is a pointer. You can see here, remainder. So to calculate the division or quotient, we divide dividend with divisor and we send it out as return value. To calculate remainder is dividend percent divisor. If you still remember, percent means modulus operator or remainder operator, and this is channeled out through the pointer argument or the pointer parameter here by dereferencing. We put asterisk in front of it, so we are actually not giving this value to the variable, but it goes to the variable that it is called in the caller. Let us see example of the call. We declare integer a assigned with 7, b assigned with 3, rem we don't assign with anything because later we want to assign in this call. And the result also we don't initialize because we want to assign from the return value from diff. So in diff we call diff ab 7 and 3. So result we get the quotient, the division value, but rem, because it is passed as address or as pointer, this assignment will go to the address of rem, which is here. This is where rem is, and the value of the remainder will be kept here. So it is like an extra output channel for this function. This is one channel, this is second channel. So this is one of the main reasons why C++ invented pointer, but there are other reasons that relate to the way assembly language do its computation, but we're not going to discuss that here.